so that you can have access to it after the class. All right, good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to another time of training. Today, this is Coach Wale. All right, so I'm speaking on what I titled either increasing or achieving, increasing school retention. And the reason for this is because, please send the email address to my personal WhatsApp. Send it on WhatsApp, not on this platform. Send it on WhatsApp, please. All right, I'm speaking on increasing school retention, and it is very, very important because of the time that we are in. This is the time when parents are making up their minds. It's just as simple as that. It's as profound as that. Retention is a very critical component this time. There are some things that I would like to share, but time will not permit me. So I think the best way is to put it in an ebook. And that's the reason why I'm giving that ebook for free. Oh, yes. If you don't have access to it, please send me your email address on my WhatsApp platform, personal WhatsApp. Don't send it on the group. Send it personally to me. There are principles of retention that I want you to use, that I want you to make use of, especially right now, these weeks that we have right now. It's their week, the immediately after midterm of third term. I always call that week to the week of end of session program. I call that week the decision week. Unfortunately, a lot of schools are caught up with activities and operation of the school, and they miss out on some of the very critical decisions that parents are making. If you run a nursery, primary, and secondary school, and you have your terminal students maybe in primary 5 or primary 6, and this is the time where the parents are making up their mind, maybe their children will come to secondary school, your secondary school or not. And one of the critical steps that you can take right now as a school is to have meeting with your primary school parent or the terminal class parent to be able to let them see and do some very important things. So this is retention weeks. Between this week and maybe 10th, 11th, 12th week, parents are going to make up their mind. Every other thing you do in August is not really helping the matter. The people that make up their mind between now and the next 3 weeks, I tell you the truth, there's nothing you can say again. It will take an extra effort of another person. Oh yes, another maybe influential parent to be able to change their mind. However, let's go deep down into what we have. How do we achieve school retention? How do we increase retention? I believe, and I often say this, school population must have a foundation of retention. The population of your school, no matter the number that you want, no matter the number that you desire, the population of your school must have a foundation in retention. What that means is that parents don't easily leave your school. If parents easily walk away from your school, no matter the effort you put on population increase, you just discover that at the end of the day, you are possibly wasting money. Why? Because the number that comes in is the number that steps out. Let us be very clear. I want to be very clear with you. If your marketing game is intact, I promise you something. If your marketing game is intact, I promise you that you will have enrollments. People will join you because we are operating in a space or in an environment or in a country that has over 200 million people. No, you see, if your marketing game is tight, if your marketing game is intact, people will join you. But the major problem, the major issue that I see in the population management of a lot of schools is the fact that retention is underrated. Retention is overlooked. Everybody believe that soldier go, soldier come. Everybody believe that, oh, even if a teacher want to go, let him go. If a parent want to go, let them go. You see, there is this thing that I often share, and I often say it to school owners. You must never joke with your retention, either retention of staff or retention of parents or retention of the students. Of course, you can't retain students when parents are leaving. Oh, no, no, no. So there is something about retention that is very critical, even in your population increase. Even if your marketing is very tight, even if you are doing marketing right, please, I need you to understand this and I need you to know it well. You cannot afford to just be working on how you want to increase population alone. If you are not paying attention to retention, I tell you the truth, you need to pay attention to retention. And how do you do that? This is what this training is about. Let me start. People stick to value. I think this is very, very important. People stick to value. You see, what is that thing that make people stay with you? Even when they have other places, there are schools that are starting right now. And the truth of the matter is that you find out that some of those schools, their strategy is to reduce their school fees. Oh yes, every school that starts right now must have a viable strategy to start. Either you want to start a college, or you want to start a primary, or you want to start a preschool. You cannot start the same thing that other people are starting and expect miracle. No. However, for you that you're already established, what will make parents stay with you, even though the new ones or the school beside you or the school around them is offering them something that is somehow juicy, offers that looks very huge. You can imagine a school that is starting and says, if you bring your children to our school, we are going to give them free textbook for the first session. And then you look at the bill that is given as a parent, you look at the bill that is given in the existing school, is going to like 40 or 45,000 naira. Oh, I can waive that 45,000 though, because this school is promising my children new book. Despite your school fees being 45,000 naira, your school books being 45,000 naira, and please, nobody should come and meet me and say, oh, why is book 45,000? Well, I'm leaving that to any school that is charging that. But understand, if you are going to, in this age and time, if you are going to have quality books and if you are going to do well, you cannot be giving unrealistic price for your books. I'm not going into that right now. But what will make parents stay with you, despite the fact that your school fees is high? In the ebook that I'm sharing, that free book that I'm sharing, some people have gotten it. There's a place that I dedicated to how to retain parents despite your increase in school fees. Oh yes, despite increase in school fees. How do you retain? You want to increase your school fees in first term, in a new session. Actually, I'm not in support of schools increasing their fee in a new session. But really, times are changing. Values are being revamped right now. And I tell you the truth. What will make parents stay with you despite the fact that you increase your school fees? Let me tell you, I've noticed there are many things that makes school owners afraid. One of it is salary. I'm telling you, if I begin to tell you what leads to fear, I think I'm going to do a training on that very soon. Fear-based school. I'm telling you the truth. Versus courage-based school. Because I've discovered a lot of schools are not growing because of fear. And it's not the fear of the staff. It's not fear that is displayed by any other person. It's the fear that is displayed by the school owner, himself or herself. Oh, yes. So there are so many. In fact, if I can count the one that I know, it should be more than maybe 10. Yes, 10 sources of fear that school owners go through on a daily basis. When it's on the 20th of the month, there is a level, there is fear that is coming in to the school owner. Oh, how will I pay salary? How will I do this one? How will I do this? But one of the leading cause of fear to a lot of school right now is how to increase school fees. The school, as a school, you know that the level of value in terms of money, the amount of money you are collecting from parents right now You know it's not even sufficient to pay your staff salary, yet you cannot increase school fees. Every time somebody tells you about increment of school fees, you find excuse to keep it. Why? Because you don't want them to leave. You can't stand parents exiting your school. You can't stand, oh, how many do I have? And this is always in category of schools that have less than 100 or less than 50. How many people do I have? If I raise the school fees now, they will go. They will go to public school. I know my people. I know the area. I know my location. I know this one. You know, I have a lot of you as clients, so I know. However, I'm saying to you right now that people stick to value. The reason why you're afraid is because the only reason why people stick to you is because of your price. 80% of schools that are undercharging, 80% of the schools that are undercharging have more parents that knows that the school money is not sufficient for the school, but they just want to stay with you. They just like the fact that, yes, your school is a low-cost school, even though you are giving more, even though you are doing more, they just like the fact that, yes, let's stay with them. Let's be there. Let's be there. Let's be there. If I'm talking to you, tell me, Coach Wale, you are talking to me. Oh my God, Coach Wale, you are really talking to me. You see, if the only value you have as a school is just the price, in other words, in this location, you are the one that is collecting the least of the money. Oh, we are the one collecting least price. That is the reason why you are afraid. You see, you are going to have problem with retention because people stick to value. Nobody stay with you. I'll give you a practical example. Yesterday, I sat down beside a parent of a school in my area who was asking me and saying, please, Coach Wale, I don't know, you need to help me out. And I asked myself, what is that? The task, not assignment, the task that they gave my son, that he needs to do this holiday and he's going to submit on Monday. He said, Coach, I don't know. It's too much. Yesterday we slept 10:30. Today he was already up, woke me up around 6 a.m. and said, Mommy, how do I achieve this? Even me, I've used AI, I've used this one, I've done this one, I've done that one. In fact, they even asked us to submit it on or before Sunday. I said, Coach, what can you do? Can you help me? I was expecting the woman to get to the point where he's going to tell me that maybe the school own is too much. Why is the school? But I noticed that even though the woman was complaining, the woman is appreciating it. The woman appreciated the fact that this engaged my son. They are going for midterm. And then we have some schools who will not even give anything. They just send the children home like that. And then when they come back, we are wondering why the children forgot everything that they learned. And then you have to take them back again. You have to use the 8th week to do revision. See, let me tell you, people stick to value. If you don't stand for value, I'm telling you the truth, you don't have edge over parents. Parents are 80% transactional before they become relational. What do I mean by that? The money they want to pay you, they want maximum return on that money. They even want you to go into debt, which is what a lot of schools have for the money they paid you. They know that money is not sufficient, yet they still demand more. Oh yes, you are the one that will understand that this is my value and I have to stay with it and I have to stick with it. People stick to value. People stick to value. This is the point where we ask ourselves, you want to retain parents in your school? What are your value system? What do you have that you are giving to those children? Is it just classroom teaching? See, let me tell you the things that are not value in a school. Let me just tell you straight. Classroom teaching is not a value. Oh yes. Whatsoever happens in any other school, and there is no immediate result to be able to assess its effect, is not a value to a school. Check your school as I'm speaking now. Whatever it is that happens in your school and it happens in other schools around you, and there is no immediate effect of that thing. So a child comes to your school today. What is the immediate effect of that thing? You say, I gave them assignments. The teachers taught them in class. I'm telling you the truth. It is time for you to rethink value. It is time for you to redefine value. Because let me tell you, the only tool and weapon you have over a parent that is tired of your school. And in case, if a parent is not tired of your school, you are not running the school well. Coach Wale, what are you saying? I'm telling you the reality. If it doesn't get to a point where at least one parent says, I'm tired of you people. I'm tired of you people. Why? Because there's no perfect place. There is none. The parent that took their children away from a school last year, July, some of them want to bring their children back to the school that they left last July. Why? It took them relocation for them to understand that there's no perfect school. I have one like that. When she was leaving last year, June, this time last year, she had already told me that she wants to leave the school because I work with the school. She told me I'm leaving. And I told her, I said, you don't know what is happening where you are going. I'm not discouraging you, but let me make you understand. If there's anything you see about this school, tell me so that I will effect the change. I'm not going to tell the proprietress. I will effect the change myself. She said, no, she has had enough and she's leaving. She called me by herself March this year. She called me to tell me that, Coach Wale, please, can you help me beg proprietress? I want to bring my daughter back. He said, the school that I took them to, oh my God, if you see the rubbish that was going on in the school, parents want to slap themselves. And then she started talking. I said, but I told you. I remember I told you. There is no perfect school. But I'm telling you right now as a school owner, when it gets to a point that a parent is tired of your school, the only weapon, the only tool, the only advantage you have over in the consideration of relocating from your school is the value that you have. How long will a child stay out of your school before they know that they've missed something? Oh yes, I flogged this one too much. Let's take it gradually. But understand this, people stick to value. People stick to value. Okay, so what are the things? What do I call school value? What do we call school value? Please, if you are following me, please, can you kindly go to the chat box and tell me I'm following you, Coach Wale? Yes, let me know. Maybe let me know that I have people that are following me on this. Please tell me on the platform. Tell me on, yes, thank you very much. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I want to know. I'm a very responsive speaker. So, fantastic. Following. Thank you so much. Beautiful. So when we talk about school value, I want to put it in 4 areas. In fact, this is how I categorize it. Thank you so much. I can see I have massive followership right now. Oh, thank you. First is attraction. When you are working on the value of your school, you must look at these 4 areas. You must consider these 4 areas because these 4 areas critically, it means a lot. It means a lot. If you fail in one of these 4, there is problem. The challenge or the major effort of a school owner, of a school leader, is to ensure that even if we don't have A, if you don't score A in these 4 areas, you are very close to A when you are grading yourself. Number 1 is attraction. In retaining parents, you need to understand that attraction is retention. A big form of retention right now is attraction. Are you running an attractive school? Or let me try and demystify the word attraction. Let me tell you, Attraction is not only about what people see, it is also about what people feel. Attraction is not only about what people see. There are many things that are very attractive. There's an English word that says that not all that glitters are gold. What does that mean? Gold glitters, but some other things glitters that they are not gold at all. So as a school, you must be able to have a proper definition of attraction. Oh yes. Some schools define their school attraction by the building, the aesthetics, which is very important. If you have the capacity, if you have the money, if you have the funding to be able to make your school attractive in form of appearance, there is computer board, there's interactive board in your classes, there is the aesthetics, you have flower, the compound is well clean, very okay. You have your reception top notch, very good. Oh yes, if you can, please do it. If you can't right now, please work towards it. People will first see you before they know that you are good. The big part of attraction is in the human side of attraction. So let me say it this way. Attraction is in three things. Attraction is in things, attraction is in places, and attraction is in people. In fact, the definition of a noun is the definition of attraction. A noun is a name of person, animal, place, or thing. A name of person, place, thing. The same thing with attraction. Attraction is the aesthetics and the beauty. The desire, the loving part of people, place, or thing is attraction. It is not only places alone. Don't focus on the place alone. Your classroom decoration, your restroom, your reception, let all those places be attractive. Yes, but your people, and that people, I want to start from you. How attractive are you as a school owner? Oh, yes. You have to understand you are the face of the school. There is an aura that you must have. You cannot have a negative aura, no matter what the school is showing you. You must always puff yourself. You are a major representative of your school. There are so many people that are in your school currently because of you. Oh yes, they may not join your school because they saw you, but the minute they put their eyes on you, they see that there is a level of quality that you are and that you have. And if their children can stay long enough, it can rub off on their children. Oh yes, I've heard this a lot from parents that walked up to the proprietress and said, "Ma, we are here because of you. The first time I saw you, I can't even describe it. I just saw that, yes, this is the place where I'm meant to be." And then by the time they gave you microphone to speak, you finished speaking. I said, "Oh my God, this is the place. This is where I am meant to be." Let me make you understand. There are lots of parents that stay in your school that stick to you because of your attractiveness. You must invest in that. You are elderly, yet you are very flexible. You have the capacity to relate with younger generation. You have the capacity to relate with parents that are above 50. This is even very applicable to proprietors that runs nursery and primary school. Then you are of age. You are possibly 56, 57, 50-year-old. Let me tell you something. If you are in that category here, 60-year-old, 70-year-old proprietor, let me make you understand. You cannot have a parent in your school that is 50-year-old. If you run a nursery and primary school, it's very rare. It will be 1 out of 80 parents. Majority of your parents right now will be between the age range of 24 and maybe 44. That is going to be the age range of your parents. Now, if you are 50 and you are dealing with a 24-year-old parent, you notice that it will take more than just the fact that you are running a school to be able to get that relationship. I was invited by a school who was having, exit of parents. It was becoming alarming, so they invited me. And then when I got there, I saw the proprietress. I said, "Oh, well done, ma." "Oh," she said, "My boy, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine. I'm doing very good, ma. Fantastic." Said, I don't know the problem of this place. This number was not what we had before. The number, we were more than 400 before, but all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. The number just dropped. Now we're less than 200 people. I said, apart from you, ma, who else is making decision? Who else is communicating with your parents? She said, I'm the only one. He said, my admin cannot really deal with the parent very well the way I want. So I'm the one that talks to the parent. I said, so when it comes to complaints, who listens to? He said, I'm here. My office is the first after the school gate. I said, wow, that's interesting. I said, because before we can get solution to the problem we are having currently, I need you to bring a young person into this system. I said, can I tell you why? I said, because of who you are. 24, 25, 28-year-old parents cannot stay with you. There is a generational gap. That generational gap wouldn't have been a problem, but because of your personality, ma, you want everything the way it used to be. That's the problem. So by the time a parent that is 26-year-old is talking to you, you are first offended that the parent brought the child to school without wearing bra. I said, the parents in this category of age, they don't care. They come to school without bra. So you are looking at them and said, how can a parent, a full-grown woman, come to school? And so all the complaint that the parent is giving you, you are not listening. You are not listening because there's already prejudice. So once the parent sees that you are not listening, she just keep quiet and look for a school that has an uprising, proprietor that is young. Proprietor said, this one can understand us. I said, please, mom, can you bring me one of your children? Let them just come, maybe Monday to Wednesday or Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Anything that has to do with parents now, let that one be the one interacting with them. The problem solved by itself. The person I'm talking did not study education. The person I'm talking about is not, in fact, is not in education. But every time parents come around, they see him. Every time they have an issue, they talk to him. That alone solved like 80% of the problem. You see, attractiveness. You may not need to bring somebody in. You may just listen to this, my training, and allow it to help you to now genuinely understand the kind of parents that you are. Because that is what attraction is about. Attraction is not just about you being, yellow, wearing massive regalia clothes. Is part of it. However, how do you relate with your parent? What is the aura and fragrance around you? What is the respect level? How do you showcase humility? How do you showcase that we are here because of the children and because of the parent? That's very, very important to attraction. So attraction is about people. Attraction is about place on things. Time will not permit me to talk about your people. Your people also need to be attractive, not only in appearance. Pay attention to the appearance, but you have to pay attention to also the way they also carry themselves. Make sure that one of the pep talk that you have with your staff is the ability to maintain their esteem no matter what. Their courage level must be strong, especially when parents are around. They must never feel like they are slaves. They must never feel as if, So attraction is very important. The second part of school value is attention. The second part of school value is attention. What showcases that you are a valuable school is in the fact that you pay attention as a school. People call your attention to something and you do it. How do I know that I pay attention as a school? The time it takes for you to solve a problem is what shows that. I've seen a parent leave a school because of the door of the toilet, the female toilet, that got spoiled. And then a parent talked about it. And for 3 weeks, nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. It remained like that. And the woman said, no, this is not the kind of school that I want to be. It is not attraction problem. It is not communication problem. It's not even solution problem. It's attention. Oh, yes, it's attention. How long does it take for you to act on what parent says? How long does it take for you to do something? How long does it take for you to respond That is what shows your attention factor. There are many times that schools, our attention is always on the income, school fees, money. That's I have that against any school. That all your attention is only on that money. When they bring the fact that some children are not performing in a class, that's not my problem. Go and meet the class teacher. Head of school, please attend to them. This one, I need this one first. This is the most important. Please, accountant, show me how does this work. Everything that you are doing is on maybe the finance, unknowing to you that it is this activity that they are bringing that you say you're not interested in that will lead to that finance. Schools that practice this, I can tell you, they reduce per time. They are always reducing. And that is the reason why I'm doing this training. It's time to have a balanced view. You must put your eyes on the accounts. You must put your eyes on the finance. You must know what comes in the first 3 weeks. You must know what comes in immediately after midterm. But see, you must pay attention to this other side. This other side, which is academic performance, the student welfare, the student moral values and ethics. Oh yes, the student discipline level. You must pay attention. You must take it personal. Parents must see your passion. Parents must see that a parent reported a staff. I'm not sacking staff. I'm not on the level of which, sack your staff. No. However, your immediate action is needed. Immediately. Whoever informs the parent and say, my head of school, my proprietress, what you said, mommy, my proprietress acted immediately. Can I tell you, that satisfies parents. It satisfies them. It makes them stay. It tells them that, yes, this is a school that listens. Are you a school that complains or you're a school that listens? Let me tell you, complaining will not take you out of any issue that you have right now as a school. It is your ability to listen that will take you out of it. Your ability to listen. And that is what attention is made of. As a school, it must be a school-wide thing. I was in a school one day when the parent was talking. The parent was really lamenting, and I was close to the parent. I held the hand of the parent. I said, "Ma'am, please, we are very sorry. Please calm down, calm down." And then the woman was looked at me and then tried to, and then the teacher that was even in my presence, she's not the one that caused the thing. The teacher just said, it's Mr. Wale that allowed this man to be talking anyhow. If I'm the one here, I will just walk out. I looked at the teacher. I just said, well, you can't understand. At the end of the month, you want to collect your pay. That's why you talk like that. If you have ownership mentality, if you have a mindset of a owner, you will understand the value. And that woman has 4 children in the school. That same woman has 4 children. How dare you say with your mouth and say, you see, it's attention problem. It's attention problem. This is not the time you joke with your parent. I am telling you the truth. This is not the time you joke with them. This is not the time you joke with what they say. This is not the time you joke with how they feel. Oh, yes. There are 3 things right now that you must never really joke with in your parents. You must not joke with who they are. You must not joke with what they say. And you must not joke with how they feel. Oh, yes. Invest in it. Invest. Yes. When they come in the morning, they drop their children. They say, and I would like to see the head of school. I would like to see the proprietress. Please don't be scanty. Don't run away. Show yourself. Show yourself. Be accessible. That is what attention means. And when they see you and they complain something, immediately act on it. That's very important. The third one is communication. Oh, yes. Communication. Communication is very critical and important. These are things that showcase your school value. Oh, yes. You see, your ability to engage in the book that I'm sharing. So permit me to say it again. Please don't send your email. I don't know, but please don't send your email on the general platform. Send your email personally to me. Send it. If you want to send the email, as I'm receiving the email after this class, I'm going to send the book. The reason why the sending of the book has not been fast is because my phone developed fault this morning. It will have been a lot of people that sent me email in the morning, I've not been able to send to them because my phone has been down. So it's just that my WhatsApp phone is different from my normal phone. That's my saving grace. I'm telling you, maybe I wouldn't have been able to even do this training today. But in that book, it's so important. I put something in the book about how you engage your parents. This is the time to increase your parent engagement. Please. Father's Day is coming now. Nobody is doing anything. Nobody wants to say anything. Do Father's Day for your parent. Invite your fathers. They are the one that will pay school fees. They're responsible ones. They're the one that will pay school fees. Father's Day. Oh, yes. Let it be your build-up towards the end of session program. Some of them, the way you treat them right now, will determine how they will donate towards your end of session program. They are not living. I have schools that parent living is not even a consideration as I'm talking to you right now. Can parents, maybe the parent will leave. What the major, I have schools that have been increasing their school fees every term. And I mean it, every term. Since the fuel subsidy thing, the school has been putting 5,000, the minute you want to enter, add another 7,000, in another thing, had another extracurricular activity and call that one 10,000. Every time the school has been increasing and the number keeps increasing. That was why I decided, I said, no, I need to push a narrative right now because there are people that can't put 2,000 naira in their existing school fees as I'm talking right now. They can't put 2,000. They can't put it in their existing fee right now. The parents start flaring up. The parents say, no, we are leaving. And do you know why? The parents feel it is unfair with the level of service you are giving us. That's what we are paying. To add extra money is unfair. I'm telling you, majority of the parents that complain about school fees is a value problem. It's not ignorance problem. It's not literacy problem. It is value problem. It is. Because when you have a parent leave a school that this tuition is 45,000 naira and go to a school that the tuition is 120,000 naira, even though the parent is an illiterate, then you understand that the problem here is not literacy, it's not ignorance, it is pure value. It's value problem. So what needs to happen is that we need to bring up our value. The value needs to come up. So, and one of the ways we increase value is communication. Please invest in communication. Communicate with your parent. If it's been a while that you hear from a parent, make your parent WhatsApp group. Make it work well for you. Let it work well for you. That group is very, very important. Please allow it to deliver its value. Communicate often. If you have the plan that you want to increase your bill, you want to increase your fee in the coming session, you see, start preparing some of your parents right now. And just apart from I have a course that I call WhatsApp marketing. Oh yes, WhatsApp marketing. And that is how you can increase either your business or your school population through WhatsApp. Oh yes. I'm telling you. And there, I talked about the importance of broadcast lists. Apart from just your parent group, you see, I believe that you should create a WhatsApp list for your parent, a broadcast list. Very important, very important. So communication is a value. Oh, that's good. They always inform us before time. They always tell us what to do. They always, and that is very important. The fourth one is solution. Oh, yes. I don't know a valuable school that jokes with their solution. I didn't say learning. I didn't say teaching. I didn't say education self. I'm talking about solution. Your school value will increase when you run your school around solution. If you run a school, see, there are two dimensions of schools that we have. We have schools that I call hospital schools. We have schools that I call home school. Any of the two. You cannot be either or of this school. You must bring the two together. You must have a perspective of hospital and you must have the perspective of home. What is the perspective of hospital? Simple. When a child that is academically sick, of course, you won't tell your parent that a child is academically sick. But when a child that is academically sick comes to your school, you know what to do to heal that child. You have a child of 9-year-old that can't read. That's academic sickness. You won't put the child in a class hoping that the teacher will teach. So I'm teaching currently. I'm running a training for teachers, for schools currently on improving student performance. Today is the 3rd day. See, there are many schools that hope that the teacher that they put in a class will fix the problem of the child. No supervision, nothing. And then we wonder how the child is not improving. The parent keeps complaining and everything keeps happening. And the parent just tell you that, please, after this session, I want to go and try another school. Let me see if it's truly my son that has problem. And let's be very factual about it. If you visit hospital and you have spent like maybe 2 months going back and forth in the hospital, and all of a sudden you discover that they didn't see anything, they didn't say anything, everything is just like that, what will you do? You want to try another place, a better place, higher place that has better qualified doctors that understand things and they are more specialized. That is the same thing with your school. That's what I mean by having the perspective of hospital. Every school must think like hospital. I said, when a child comes to school, we are not deliberating. We have passed that level. We have passed the level of deliberating. Should this child be in GSS1 or it should be in GSS3 or the child should be in year 4 or the child should be in year 1? No. They should send that child back to nursery 1. And a teacher that is running away from the work that is required to transform a child is advising the school that the boy cannot stay in my classroom. That boy has to go back because we don't even know where the parent is bringing her from. If you allow your teacher to determine your solution, they will bring your school down to a place where there is no value. And I'm sorry to say that. Every school that is valuable today, the solution is actually created, designed, and monitored at the leadership level. That is why I don't joke with a school that has bad leaders. No. There is no solution to a school that has bad leaders. And what does it mean to be bad as a leader? I'm being sincere with you. When there is there's no solution that we are putting. You have a child, you have children who are already grown-ups, they're in SS1, they're in GSS3, and none of them can confidently stand on the assembly ground and speak and talk with boldness. And you say we are running a school. No, it's time that we begin to redefine it and begin to think about, okay, what are we even doing? You have a child in primary 5, and the child cannot stand, spell correctly. You give 10 vocabulary words, the child cannot give any. He's still saying, Something is wrong. And it's not first in the class. The reason why that child is doing like that is because you have put the work of solution in the hand of your teacher. Let me tell you something about your teachers. Number 1, they don't want to do extra. Number 2, they are already stressed. By 3rd week of resumption, 80% of your teachers are tired. Oh yes, there are so many factors that are playing in a classroom that is more than the skill of a teacher. That's why if all the training you do for your staff is just about them acquiring skill, you are doing maybe 40 or 50% of the job, you will still not get performance. You must also create a training around them, or you must create a training that speaks to other things that put a factor, like their wellness, staff-assisted programs. You have to. What do I mean by staff-assisted programs? Oh, you have to teach them. Yes, if they are busy, how can they function well? How will they adjust their life, work-life balance, school-life balance, how things are? Because if they are not happy at home front, they can't be happy in the school. There are so many things that place that. That's number 1. The second thing about it is that your supervisors, whoever supervises those teachers, must supervise for solution. We don't just supervise for routine alone. Oh, I want to check lesson plan. No, how many students are in the class? Where are you with this boy? We already know that the boy hates mathematics, but how are you developing his interest for this mathematics? Because it's not about what a child hates. I'm telling you, it's about your solution. That a child hates a subject, that is a problem. Your solution is in the fact that you must have the capacity to be able to help that child to come up again. So you will agree with me that these are very critical areas that people stick with. If you achieve these 4 things, you are going to have parents sticking to you. If by tomorrow you tell them, owing to the way we are working, we want to increase our school fees, highest, parents will beg you and say, please, don't make it unbearable for us. I am not ready to leave this school. Oh, yes. So you have to look at it and tell yourself, based on the parent that I have right now, what is the place where I'm going to put my fee that is not going to be too much? So let me say this, the journey to retention, look at it. The journey to retention is that the first thing, you must always rebrand your school. You must always rebrand your school. Oh, Coach Wale, what do you mean? Everybody stay with anything that is moving. See, let me tell you why we have iPhone right now. We are now talking about iPhone 17 right now. iPhone 17. Remember, it started from iPhone 6. You know, started from iPhone 6S, iPhone 6, iPhone 6S, then iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone S, iPhone XR, iPhone XS Max, iPhone 11, and then they started doing iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, iPhone 12, 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, iPhone 13, 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max, 14, 14 Pro, 14 Pro Max, 15, 15 Pro Max, iPhone 16, and now iPhone 17 is set to come out. I'm asking myself, what is it about? You are just adjusting something. You will just put something. The camera will be enhanced. Something will happen in the phone, and that's all. You know what they are doing? They understand that for people to keep using iPhone, they must keep seeing a new version. You see, there must always be. Somebody say, I really like iPhones. There must always be a progress. There must always be something new. When was the last time something new was installed in your school and parents can notice it? Let me tell you, that is what kickstarts the journey of retention. Your rebranding package, the things that parents see. The last time they came, they saw that you have revamped your reception. The next time they came, you saw that you now have a TV, and the TV is showcasing your school, is showing your logo, is showing the last event that you had. The next thing, while they are still saying, oh, I like this school, the way they can see that your playground, you have added some more things. Oh, while that is going on, you are coming up with another program. You said, oh, we have a spelling, what do they call this thing? Spellodrama or spellathon, or we have a mathathon. We have a math activities. We have a mathematics competition in our secondary school, GSS 3, junior classes. While that is going on, there is an inter-house sport competition. There is something that causes you to always rebrand. That's retention. Everybody wants to associate with what is being repackaged, what is being renowned for value. Don't leave your school anyhow. Don't be too transactional. How much are they paying? No, how much are they paying? And then they say they are looking for, no. I only want to do what I want to do. See, I cannot stress myself. The one that I did last year, what did they say? Bulk of the people that didn't talk were satisfied. Don't look at the people that talked. When you look at the number of people that complained in your last event, in your last end of session, you will see that they are so minimal. The only problem, the reason why it got at you is because you refuse to see the people that praised you. When you look at the number of people that actually praised you for that event, they are more than the people that complained. Let those ones, let them move. Because really, what do you want more of? You want more of people that praise than the people that complain. So anything that you want to increase, you must pay attention to those things more. That's why part of your value is attention. It's attention. Enough of, oh, I see this parent that I have, they don't want it. I said, so you want a parent that wants it, but you don't want to do what will attract them. That's the problem. I told the school one day, I said, how many of your parents bring the children on bike? The woman told me none. I said, so what you're telling me is that all the families in this school have cars? He said, yes. I said, so how come your car park looks like this? How come the road to your school looks like this? Say, is it my job? Is it my responsibility? This one. I said, do you know what it takes? And the amazing thing is that the person I'm talking to does not come to school until 10 o'clock. So she didn't experience the ordeals that parents pass through to park and drop their children in the morning. I'm telling you, by 2:30, she has left. So she didn't even experience the ordeals that the parent passed through in the afternoon. And unfortunately, you have over 100 parents that are using cars. The women, the wives are using car, the husband uses car. I said, please take your time. Then tomorrow morning, come by 7 o'clock. When you come, don't lock yourself in the room, in your office. Come to the car park. Come and see how parents bring their children. She called me the following day and said, Wale, it is true. I said, that's the way it works. You see, to retain your parent, you have to, because retention is attraction. The people that stick with you, if they stick with you for more than 2 sessions, they start bringing their kind. I'm telling you the truth. That is how school grows. They will bring their kind. There are schools that when you look at the quality of people that leave the school, you will understand and say, oh, this school cannot have quality parents. And that is a red flag. That your quality does not match a certain kinds of people. That means you can't increase your fee to a particular level. That means you can't profit at a particular level. So for the sake of retention, please start considering rebranding. Rebrand, please. Rebrand your school. Do something new. Put something there. Change the feelings. Because branding is about feeling. Branding is about the perception of people. And perception of people is for the feeling. Why do you take, you see, oh my God, my time, I think I have 4 minutes more. When you see someone that smokes, somebody that smokes, when the person wants to buy a packet of cigarette, I'm telling you, go and check. On the cigarette pack, they said the Federal Ministry of Health wants that smokers die young. He sees that, yet he's still buying the pack. What do you think he's buying? He's not buying the thing, because if it was that pack and the cigarette that he's buying, you know what? He will have stopped buying it the minute he sees the Federal Ministry of Health wants that smokers die young. But he's buying feelings. That one, Ministry of Health cannot write anything on that one. And that is why he keeps going there, keeps buying. The propaganda, either is propaganda or true, around Coca-Cola, Pepsi, say people should not drink Coke again, people should not do this one. It didn't stop the sales of Coca-Cola. People still buy. Do you know why? Because they are not buying the drink, they are not buying the bottle, they are buying the feeling. That's what branding is about. 80% of purchase on earth today is feeling based. So what is it in your school that evoke feelings into people? If you think people are bringing their children to your school, it's a lie, yo. If it's about school, there's a school beside the parent that is leaving more than 10 schools to bring their children to your school. It is not school that people bring children to. It is what the feelings that they get. They look at the children in your uniform and say, yes, my son is going to a good school. They look at the program, they look at your assignment, they look at the quality of your examination question, they look at your meetings, your parent forum, they look at your environment, they look at the way you communicate, they look at the way your teachers, the parent communication book, they look at everything and say, yes, this is a school. So it's time to rebrand. It's journey, I'm telling you. And you know, I'm your coach. Coach for rebranding. I'm telling you the truth. Yes. I think I'm going to do a training in July on rebranding your school. Yes, I do it every year in July. I'm going to do a training on rebranding. Yes. But it's time to rebrand. It's time to do that. The second thing is marketing. Yes. When parents leave your school and they are going around and they see that there is something that is speaking about your school, it makes them stay. A quiet school will lose parents. You must never be quiet as a school. What are you doing currently? Is there anything that showcases your school that carries your logo that parents will see that is not in your school compound? Maybe a sticker, a key holder, a hand fan, something that carries your school name, and then parents can see it as they go. Even a billboard or a flyer or a banner, something. When they are going, they say, that's the school, that's the school. Imagine them talking to their friends and the friend is asking, which school is your child going? I say, see us. Or an ad, a Facebook or Instagram post, a WhatsApp status. They check somebody's status and they see the school and say, that's my school. And you are not just putting quality teachers, equipped laboratory, ICT classroom, and this one. No, that's not what you are putting. The last program, the last events, the Children's Day, the children were in the swimming pool. You snapped it, you put it there. The students that participated in last end of the year party, the student that participated in a competition, you put it there. That is marketing. That retains parents. Majority of parents that are moved with your marketing have their children are still struggling in class. Note this and know it today. Bulk of the parents that stay with you because of your marketing effort have children struggling in class. But because of your marketing, because of your innovation, they keep telling themselves, don't worry, my son, continue. As long as you are in this school, you are going to make it. You too, we are going to share success stories. Why did I say this? It has happened to me live. I was in an event, end of the year program of a school. The school invited me. I was shocked. The boy was displaying, and I sat beside a parent who has a son with him. He said, don't worry, my boy. You see how your friends are doing. You too, you still join them. That is a message of hope. What are you doing in your school that is giving parents whose children are not performing to their taste hope that their children too will still perform? This is so important and critical. Oh God, it's 5 o'clock already. Please, I wish I could continue from here. Please. Okay, so I would like to give some very, very quick information before we call it a day. First, everything that I need to talk about that I've not been able to talk about here, you will have it in that free ebook. It's a free ebook. And some people have gone through the book between this morning and this time. I've gotten like 2 or 3 reviews. Somebody has read the book and have gotten back to me and said, wow, please send me message, send it to me on don't send it on the group. Send it on personally. Send your email address. I'm going to start sending the mail from now. Second information or second announcement, my improving staff performance is still ongoing. Oh yes, the class, what I'm dishing in that class is too heavy. Yesterday, we talked about differentiated instruction. How a teacher that have different kinds of performance level. And now, it's too heavy for me to have just 15. I have just 15 people on that platform. I said, what is going on? Are people not doing training for their teachers again? And it's just on WhatsApp. The teachers can lay hands on it anytime. It's just 3,000. And I made it 2,500 for teachers that are coming from a school. 3, 4, 5 teachers from a school to join. You need to join that class. We have just finished second day. And we are having the third. In fact, I'm thinking of pausing today to continue day 3 tomorrow. But it's been an amazing one on that platform. It's amazing. Please send me a message, send your teachers to that class right now. I want that class to move from 15. I'm telling you, we're just 15 on that platform. I said, wow. Actually, you are now running training that have only 15 people. Gone are the days when I used to have 200 people on my training platform. What's going on? You people should come and send your teachers to me. Send your teachers to me. That's the second information that I have. The third one is that in the month of July, I'm going to be doing a form of consultation with school owners on performance appraisal. If you want to do your performance appraisal, I need you to subscribe. I need you to, find a way and be part of my performance appraisal. That's very, very important. Thank you, everybody.